sponsorship opportunities are available. All right, you're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie. But the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right, you're gonna see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie. But the price today is not gonna be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way. And
so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't gonna be the same tomorrow, and I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right, we're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right, because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well. Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews experience. We back, Shohei! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Your boy One Live Stew, a.k.a. Ryan Stewart, joined by none other than my big bubba, Dougie Stewart. What up, man?
What's going on, sir?
Man, everything is great, man. Absolutely great.
Um,
I'd be a fool to complain.
right. Yeah, absolutely. There's no need to complain.
No need
Absolutely
to complain,
zero
man.
reason to complain. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room, man. Thank y'all for joining your boys
I've been
on
in there
this
since
Thursday
7 o'clock,
evening.
man. I've been in
Huh?
there since 7. I've been in there since 7. It's jumping, sir.
you mean in the chat room?
In the chat room, yeah, it's jumping.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we
they
like
got
to see.
They got it going on. So, folks in the chat room, for the record, I won't be in there playing with y'all today because I'm trying to work. And when I'm in there playing with y'all, it's hard to stay focused on the job. So,
Shouts out to Tina, Loose Nick, Sigma Daz, Mocha Bella, Julius 35C, Rail Scott, Vet Ninja. What up, Ninja?
have you ever wondered why Loose Neck calls himself or herself Loose Neck?
I think it's got something to do with the band. It's an HBCU thing, I believe.
Okay.
You would
So he was the drum major out front and he had a loose neck.
something like that. That's what I think. And he'll
Okay.
tell us, he'll clear that up here in a second, I'm pretty sure.
The Two Live Stews experience is brought to you by the great folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web. That would be southernedgebeverageco.com. We sent a lot of bottles out the past week from our re-grand opening show. And as people have been receiving those bottles, they've been hitting us up. They've been posting things on Facebook. We do appreciate that. And everybody's got nothing but rave reviews for Southern Edge and the sweet tea vodka, as well as the salted caramel whiskey. So Southern Edge is where it's at. To get where we're going with Southern Edge, make sure you follow them on all social media platforms, sir. I got a lot to talk to you about, man. I mean, I got a lot to talk about. So go ahead and do what you want to do before I start talking about. I got a lot to talk about.
No, I was just going to mention a little background looks kind of different because I'm not in my normal show place. Okay. I'm in Prairie View, Texas, about 40 minutes west of Houston, visiting baby girl Cara Barra. You're supposed to do a round of applause right there.
Is there a track meet?
Yeah.
Is there a track meet this weekend or something?
Yes, absolutely. The track meet starts tomorrow and through Saturday.
Late round of applause for Cara Barra, damn it. Yes.
Well, we talked about this before the show. You were going to make sure the studio audience was on point today.
Well, yeah, I'm doing that. Thank you, studio audience. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. All right, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Have you ever...
But before you remember what you're going to say, got to give a shout out to the great Tree Taylor. Tree, if you want to say hello, you probably should stop in. Now's a good time to say hi.
Good evening. I'm going to let you run the buttons, Douglas. There we go. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Doing great, Tree. How are you today?
I am feeling wonderful because I got something up there that I know y'all need.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I was sweating because, real talk, I forgot to do one of the overlays. I don't know why the applause won't go off. I mean, I do know. Can I touch it? I got
it. I got it. I'll take care of it. It's done.
Just
I
the tip.
I fixed it. Just the tip. I fixed it. We're good.
You didn't fix it.
No, I did. It's about to stop. So what do you got for us, Tree? You said you have something for us.
Well, I know that Doug gets enraged when I miss something. So I don't want him throwing his mic. He doesn't do that on camera for y'all, but
I don't think he has a mic he can throw today because he's on the road, so he can't throw anything.
Let's talk about that, Douglas.
Yeah, so I'm in this little hotel room about 5 minutes from the campus of Prairie View A&M.
Is it a Motel 6?
That doesn't even sound right, especially after I just watched that Freak Meat business.
Nah, it's not a Motel 6. Prairie View though is a good little hump. You ever spend any like major time in Texas?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, when I say major, I mean like for 3-4 days.
My husband's family is from there.
Where?
And so we were in East Texas all the time. I used to drive down there 10 hours through Shreveport, Marshall, Texas.
So Prairie View is 4 hours past that. Ooh. Prairie View is 14 hours. Okay. And I already made it up in my mind that when she comes home this summer, I'm going to have her car shipped. It's like $300, $400, something like that. But if you calculate the amount of gas you put in and the time is worth more than
we drove that thing up to her freshman year.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Don't
So
let her drive home.
Again.
She's not going to be driving home, though, right?
It would be the uncle and the dad doing that. She's not going to drive.
No, I'm gonna have the car shipped, and she's going to fly back. I'm not making this drive again. And I flew down here, today.
Well, for the record, man, I enjoyed our road trip when we took the car down there, man. I mean, you slept the majority of it, but I enjoyed it.
That's not true. That's not true. Stop misleading the people, sir.
Okay, before we get to a lot of the things, because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Let's give a round of applause to the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
The NCAA tournament is being played right now. Thank you, studio audience. I enjoy it too. If you were to go back, let's say 12, 13, 14, 15 years, what would you be doing right now 15 years ago?
Watching a game, dig
looking
deeper, looking at my bracket.
No, dig deeper. Where would you be watching?
You're talking about the cheetah, sir. The cheetah.
Hey, man.
Oh man.
Some of the best Thursdays to start the NCAA tournament ever took place at the Cheetah in the ATL, and the Stews always started it off. It was amazing.
So people always mention or they bring up the Cheetah for March Madness, and they always bring up the Monday Night Football parties we used to have.
Well, yes,
and then you can throw in there, it only happened one time a year, but the AFC, NFC party.
AFC, NFC. Yep.
Which we're going to talk about this more in the book, but it started out the AFC, NFC party, but because the higher ups didn't want our crowd mixing in with their crowd, they gave us our own damn party. and I don't know if they didn't think, right.
No, they deserve it. No, they deserve it. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if they thought that we didn't know that, but I mean, it was fine. It worked out. We had our own party after 2 years because our people took over the AFC and NFC party.
Time out. Yeah, we bring a crowd, damn it. We bring a crowd.
Yeah.
I hate to present it that way if that wasn't the case. So can I talk about the other side real quick?
Go ahead.
Maybe it was a ploy to earn 2 streams of income by doing 2 separate parties, one for the blacks and one for the whites.
Probably, I guess. I don't know. And you might be right. But it was very obvious after the very first one, maybe the second one, because I can't remember. No. Okay, either the first or the second one, our crowd dominated. Yeah. Okay, the people that came out to this event. Right. And the next year, they're like, "Hey guys, we got a great idea."
And our people were bogarting the buffet, bogarting the open bar. Our people was surrounding the stage, so none of the other folks could get to the shoe models.
Where the Hennessy at?
Right.
Where the old English at?
Listen, man, by 11:30, 12:30, our people was already sleeping at the table because they was already lit up.
Yeah. It was crazy. And then so eventually, year 3 or year 4, something like that, they said, "We got an idea, guys. We're going to give you guys your own party, okay? Your own party." And we did it, and it was tremendous. And that's what we
every freaking year.
And that's where we had the girls. Was it a strip show? It wasn't a strip show that we had in that place in not far from Buckhead. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Highway. I can't
think of it. The Gold. Is it the Gold Room?
No. If somebody says the name,
Two Tree, but not the Gold Room.
And somebody will say the name in the chat room. Somebody say the name in the chat room. But it was a beautiful venue and just great times. And you posted some pictures last week.
I did.
Or a couple weeks ago.
I went down memory lane, man, and saw some pictures, and I posted one with me holding the microphone and one of the shoe models in the back. You know, it was good times, man. It was really good times.
Yeah,
it wasn't Follies, S. Right? It wasn't Follies, but I used to go to Follies all the time too. I would go to Follies at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and stay until about 8:30. And I would leave. I would have to leave my car just about every time I went and come back and get it in the morning. But good times in Atlanta, man. That's them shoe shows, man. Is one of the reasons why I'm happy I got my behind out of Atlanta, man. Yeah, I've left so much of the kids' college education fund on that ground and shoe shows. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so you're watching the Two Live Shoes experience, and this is not a lie, man. I haven't been in a shoe show or at a shoe show at least 10 years, maybe 15 years.
Okay.
Now, when you move to Atlanta, it seems like the thing to do. Okay, and keep in mind, next year is my 30th year in the city, and I'm celebrating all year long. 30 years in Atlanta next year. I moved down here in 1995. We talked about this already.
Wow, good for you, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something special commemorating my 30-year anniversary. When you move here, that seems like the thing to do.
That's the place to be. Yep. For guys, for girls, for trans, for homosexuals, for everybody, man. The strip club is where we're at.
Right. I'm sure I wasn't hanging out with those guys. But
no,
you understand what I'm saying?
No, time out. Whoa, you don't have a problem with those guys, do you?
Hey, you live your life. Live your life, Jack. But what I'm saying is I wasn't hanging out with them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
If you was in them shoe shows, you were.
But when you
no doubt in my mind, you were.
And speaking of which, it's funny we bring this up because tonight is the premiere of Freaknik.
Last night at midnight, sir.
Last night? Okay.
It's already out. Yep.
So I haven't seen it.
We'll double back and talk about that on Monday because I'm sure we'll both watch it over the weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm going to look for me. I think, were we already wearing throwback jerseys at the time? No, I don't think so. I think throwbacks came a couple years later.
That came a little bit later. However, I've already been sent 5 or 6 pictures of friends that found themselves on the dock.
So the way the strip club thing works is you move here or you move to Atlanta, then you're pretty much in a strip club twice a week.
No question.
And then when I found like over time, when I started to get a little bit older, year 5 through 8 or 5 through 10, the only time I went strip clubs is when one of our homeboys came to town. They wanted to go. So I took them. Yep. I haven't been in a strip club for 15 years. Matter of fact, how long you been married?
I've been married 16 years. It'll be 17 in December.
I may have been in a strip club one time since your bachelor party that we had in Magic City.
What a night. Is my wife listening? Well, we weren't married then, so never. What a night. Hey, man, real quick. It's been 16 plus years, but I got to thank you, man. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah,
that bachelor party was on fire, man. I mean,
did you know they had a secret room? I didn't know this. People don't. Maybe we should.
That was my buddy's club, man.
Who, Magic?
That was my buddy's club, man. We were at Platinum 21 for my bachelor party, and that was Kamal's club, man. Yes, man. You're not telling me. You're not telling me. Trust me. It was my bachelor party.
It wasn't in Magic?
It was not.
I think it was in Magic. No, because remember, they had that secret room that nobody knew about.
It was downstairs, man. It wasn't a secret room. It was set up for us, specifically for us.
I think those hits to your head, man, just like mine. I believe it was at Magic.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Somebody that was there is going to chime in and let us know if it was at. I think it was at Magic City because I remember saying. Go ahead.
The great Mario Lemieux was in town. He stayed at the Residence Inn off of Piedmont. So when I got to the party, he wasn't there yet. I left the party to go pick him up at the Residence Inn right down the street, about 2 miles down the street.
Okay.
Picked him up, and then we came back to Platinum 21 off of Piedmont.
I think that's the last time I've been in a strip club.
Wow. Good for you, man. You saved a lot of money. It's a waste of money.
Because our age group, our demo, I'm 54 years old, we have seen it all. When I say we've seen it all, I mean intestines, kidneys, pancreases. We've seen it all. So there's no real fun in it. You know, you've seen one naked chick and you've seen the other 5,000.
Okay, so Lorenzo says Dougie's dropping too much info. I agree, but it's okay. It's okay. We're telling the truth. We're telling the truth. I'll say this, man. I don't frequent them anymore at all. It may be once or twice a year, but I still do enjoy going in there to smoke a cigar, have a fine drink, and to talk to them about the difference of
life. You talk to them about life.
Right. Yeah, we talk about life and talk about the importance of staying out of debt and talk about the importance of having good credit and stuff like that. Man.
Yeah, because let them tell it. The only reason they're doing this is because they got to pay for school.
Friends, may I share some information?
Please.
Use the script.
This the other day, maybe yesterday, Jermaine Dupri was on what's that boy's name? And he was talking about the woman that he is with. They have to be cool with him going to the strip club, and I would have to agree. Just let him go. Just bring your ass back home.
Right. Well, and Tree, I'm glad you said that, because when JD was in Magic City on Monday nights, I was there too. You know, everybody who's anybody in Atlanta that does the strip club thing was there on Monday nights at Magic City.
Well, but I was going to ask you that question. He talked about still going to the clubs. Do any of your friends your age still go to strip clubs?
No.
Now, let me make sure and clean this up a little bit. If there's a strip club out there, a proprietor listening to this show right now, and they like for us to host Monday night at their establishment, we are there. I will come on a strip club retirement for a sponsor.
Or Wednesday night, or Thursday night, or Friday night, or Saturday night. I'm not coming to your establishment on Sundays, but every other night of the week, count me in. I'm in.
I'll come on Sunday if it's a check behind it. I will come, okay? Ryan does not have to come. He's got the little small children and whatnot. I will come on Sunday night.
I had a buddy come in town to Columbus for one of the games that was down at the Civic Center, and he asked me, were there any shoe shows around here? I said, man, no, I don't know. I hadn't been since I've been here. I'll call somebody and see. And when I tell you, man, we found a little spot that wasn't too far away from the crib, and we went up in there and was in there for 15 minutes, paid for drinks that we never got. When you see Big Beulah on the stage and stuff like that, man, you just, you know, what am I doing in here, man? When you got people entertaining you that's got clear gunshot wounds or active stitching in their body from previous gunshot wounds, it's no place you want to be, man. So yeah, man, the scene in Columbus is a whole lot different than it was in Atlanta. Trust me.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
Two Live Students Experience.
Two Live Students Experience.
Two Live Students Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the great Treat Taylor producing the show, and we will have the lovely Arlie Michelle coming in a little bit later to do entertainment. It should be good. A couple of days ago, man, RG3 had something to say. Are you an RG3 fan on the network?
He's good. He's very good at what he does. Sometimes he borders on corny. Sometimes
he's corny as all get out. He's very.
I mean, but he's very good at what he does, and he knows the game, obviously. But sometimes he's kind of corny.
Most quarterbacks that are doing that for a living are very, very good because they're very cerebral when it comes to the gridiron play. They know offenses, they know defenses, they know plays. They make great coaches. So, well, RG3 said that if he was Caleb Williams, he would pull an Eli Manning last week. He made that comment. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that before we go into the break.
Because the situation in Chicago is bad. Totally get it.
Okay.
He's a DC kid. So the whole thought is that they trade back with DC, with Washington, and he'd go home and be the hometown hero or whatnot. So, I mean, I don't have a problem. And it's funny, John Elway did the same thing. Eli did the same thing. I don't have a problem with it. I'm for these guys winning and making as much money as possible. That's me at the end of the day.
Okay, you took my first point.
Right.
Who's going to make more money, the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick?
Yeah, but the number 2 pick's going to move up to number 1.
My question to you was simple. I'll ask it again.
Okay.
Who's going to make more money, the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick?
Number 1 is slotted, ain't it?
Okay, so if he doesn't go to the Chicago Bears and they have the number 1 pick, he won't be making the most money. He won't be the first player taken if he doesn't go to Chicago.
No, but what I'm saying is that Chicago's going to trade the pick.
Okay,
they're going to trade with whoever's going to move to number 1. Chicago's going to move back.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay. On March 10th, they signed DJ Moore from Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams, before Caleb Williams, Gerald Everett, a tight end, has been signed. Keenan Allen from the Chargers has been signed. The point I'm trying to make is Ryan Pohl, who's the GM, has strategically put several pieces in place to make that young man successful.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be the same Chicago Bears as it's been in the past.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll talk a little bit more about that. We get back to the break, got to talk about Chris Lover. A lot of people don't even know about that name. Ludacris. We're going to talk about Luda when we get back from the break. And we're going to get into a couple other things as well. All right?
All right, man. The Two Live Stews brought to you by Southern Edge, powered by Southern Edge. Be back in a minute.
Yep.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you, once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. The Two Live Stews experience, powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverage.co.com. Check out that sweet tea vodka as well as that salted caramel whiskey. And it's good stuff, man. Once you get it, you're going to love it.
Absolutely, you're going to love it. You are absolutely going to love it. Shouts out to the homie. I think I've been in the city for, like I said, I'm coming up on 30 years. I think I can call him homie. Shouts out to Chris Lover, a.k.a. Ludacris, getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yes. Y'all
either going to trust me to do it or not trust me to do it. We got to figure that out.
I thought we talked about this.
I'm just saying. Y'all either going to trust me to do it or not trust me. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
Shout out to Luda, man. Dude, you do know why he's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right?
He sold more than 24 million albums worldwide. He's been in 7 Fast and Furious movies.
It's Fast and Furious, sir. The rapping is good, but he's not on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because of the rapping. He's on the Hollywood Hall of Fame because he's a movie star, thanks to Fast and Furious.
I haven't seen 1 minute of one Fast and Furious movie.
I saw half of the first one.
Huh?
I saw half of the first one. But
like,
that's it.
I don't even have any desire to watch a car chase. We know it's going to be a car chase, right?
Right.
It's a car chase, right? The entire movie's a car chase, right?
Yes.
How many have they done? Like 10 of them?
It's like a 10. It's like 10. They're about to do the 10th one, I believe. Listen, man, Luda, Vin Rames, and Tyrese.
I think the Rock's been in a couple of them.
They owe Fast and the Furious everything. Everything. Because that's why they're so worldly recognized, because of Fast and the Furious.
And you know what? Maybe that's a poll question that we'll ask another time. We got a great poll question come up here in a second. But I haven't seen 1 minute of one Fast and Furious movie. Evidently, it's good because they keep doing them. People keep buying them. It's almost like Jordans.
It's one of the best movie franchises in the history of movies, sir.
Oh, it's got to be.
It's got to be.
And really, you're kind of appealing to the most simple man desires: car chases, hot women, dudes fighting, that type of stuff. And I guess they got a model and it's working. I'm not mad at them.
Yep. Absolutely amazing how Luda was touched to be. I mean, you can see it in his face. Like, man, this is really, really dope.
Now I keep mentioning Chris Lover. People from Atlanta will know this. Ludacris started out as Chris Lover and Poon Daddy. That's right. That's right. On the local radio station here in Atlanta. I can't even remember if it was V103 or if it was Hot 97.
It was 107.9. It was 107.9.
Hot 97.5. Hot 97.5.
Was it 97.5?
Lala was on there. Go tell your mama. Go tell your daddy.
Good call, Tree. Good call, Tree. She's right.
Uh-huh.
She's right.
So
97.5.
Him and Poon Daddy, his co-host, had a show that I think it came on like in the middle of the day after the morning show. Or maybe it was part of the morning show. I can't even remember. But very popular. Dude used to rhyme. They used to give him the mic and let him go on this show.
Yep.
And I was like, this guy can go. Next thing you know, somebody got somebody to take a listen to him, and the rest is history. There's another significant thing about Chris Lover, aka Ludacris, that pertains to me and you. Let's see if you can remember. You got me with a trivia earlier. What other ties do the Stews have to Ludacris?
Oh, the strip club.
No. How about we beat him and his partner ass in the pool championship of the world in Las Vegas at All-Star Weekend?
It wasn't Vegas. It was Houston.
No, it was in Vegas. Okay. It might be.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The point is, we played in a celebrity pool tournament.
We were sponsored. We were representing TNT at the time.
Okay, so we were represented by TNT. The first game we played, Queen Latifah and somebody else bust their ass. Yep. Then we played I think it was Alonzo Mourning's pool tournament. Yep. Then we played Alonzo Mourning and somebody else bust that ass. Yep. And then the final game we played Ludacris and his and Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu.
That's not right. The final game when we won, we had to beat Paul Pierce and his homeboy. We beat Paul Pierce.
And we were about to beat his ass for real.
We were about to fight him.
Not play. We were about to swing on Paul Pierce. We were about to swing on him because he was belligerent. Paul Pierce is a belligerent a-hole.
Yeah, I've called him an ass ever since. I know he's a first-class ass.
This man was
like a jerk.
This man was talking to us like he knew us.
Right.
You know how friends joke around with each other? Right. He was talking to us in a way that we did not think was funny.
No.
And just like disrespectful. And we were about to beat his ass.
Yes, we were. We were. And to a point where I want y'all to understand, this is the Two Last Dudes experience with Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. I was setting up a shot, and Doug came and leaned on the table right beside me and whispered in my ear, if this Mickey Ficky say something else one more time, I'm going to bust him across his head with this stick.
That's
I looked
right.
at that cat and say, all right, I'm with it. Cool.
Yeah.
And kept on playing. But we won that match to win the tournament on a bank shot that Doug hit in the side pocket.
Yes, sir.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Hey, the country boys will survive. And we won.
We won about $20,000 each worth of prizes.
Each.
So
Now
we walked out of there with 40 grand worth of stuff.
I don't want anybody to hit me over my head, but I spent all of that. I don't have none of that anymore. Let me just make sure for the record, y'all listening to the show, I don't have any of that. I spent it all. Pawned it. I ain't got none of that money no more that we won that night playing the celebrity pool tournament.
Don't come for me, man. But it was an amazing night hanging out with Queen Latifah. And we were doing so good, man. We didn't even get pictures with all these stars. You know, at this point in time, we were pretty big on the pecking order ourselves, man.
Yeah.
So to beat them cats like that, because they all thought they were just going to whoop us, to beat them and take them prizes, man. Oh, what a feeling, man. I really felt good about that.
So they didn't know our history. They didn't know that we were raised up in a pool hall as kids.
Right.
Every day after elementary school or middle school, we went across the street. Okay.
Right. Where? What do you call it?
Where my uncle,
Uncle
he's not
Uncle
technically our
Mose.
uncle, but our uncle owned a pool hall / club.
Lounge. It was called Rivers Lounge,
aka Mose, and we got our game together as 7 and 8 year olds. We got our pool game together as 7 and 8 year olds.
Yeah,
they didn't know that.
There was about 15 7 to 10-year-olds down there in Muscatine, South Carolina, that would skin you alive on the pool table.
Yes, sir.
That's all we did. We were taught by some of the best pool sharks in Moco, and they taught us right, sir.
Yeah,
we were pool sharks at the age of 7 years old.
Push a good
Damn
stick.
right.
Push a good stick. Yeah.
Push a real good stick, man.
Oh, that was great. That was great. And you're right. The last game was Paul Pierce because
Paul Pierce and his manager.
Yeah. The game before that was Ludacris and Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu was his manager or agent. Shaka Zulu may have been like a executive producer or something on one of the radio stations that he worked with.
Every time I see Shaka Zulu, still to this day, when he sees me, he does like this. Like a pool stick. Yeah, we bust y'all up, Shaka. We bust y'all up. Speaking of Ludacris, man, and rappers, what do you want to talk about on the rapping tip?
So this whole thing with Ludacris, very, I feel like a proud daddy with Ludacris, Chris Lover from Atlanta. We follow him his entire career. So I'm pretty sure people from Atlanta feel like, wow, like a proud father that this man has done all these great things. So it started us thinking, okay, the top 5, give us your top 5 rappers from that represent, that puts on for Atlanta. Top 5 rappers of all times that put on for Atlanta. And the reason why we got to say put on for Atlanta, because I'm pretty sure some of your choices aren't originally from Atlanta, but they kind of represent Atlanta. I know mine does.
Right.
You want to go over yours first?
Well, I mean, whatever you want to do. This is another one of your top 5s that at least you give me a little notice today.
I gave you a lot of notice, and you're watching the Two Last Dudes experience.
Right. Yeah, you've been throwing them on me in the past, not giving me time to do research. But today, sir, on this topic, I didn't need to do any research. I spit mine out like that. I do have like 5 or 6 honorable mentions, but I got a top 5 for you.
Okay, go ahead. Ryan Stewart, give your top 5 rappers from Atlanta that represent Atlanta.
Number 5, Killer Mike. And it's the last album that has allowed Killer Mike to make it inside of my top 5. He was not in my top 5 prior to this last album. But if you get a Grammy, okay, you got to be in the top 5 someplace because there's guys in front of him that may not even have Grammys.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
He got a Grammy, man. You can't deny.
Hey, Tree, jump off a second.
You can't deny how relevant he is if he's got a Grammy.
Tree, jump off a second. Can I change mine?
No, I'm tired, and y'all better vote for Ryan this week. I'm sick of it now.
I got a great list. I got a great list.
No, play fair, Doug.
Okay. All right.
For people just tuning in for the first time, first of all, shame on you. But I beat Ryan in this little top 5 game 5 out of 5 times. I'm 5-0 against my little Bubba in this top 5 thingy.
I beat him 5 times.
All right, go ahead with your list, man.
Number 4, Future. Okay, now he's not an ATLian, but he resides in the ATL now, and he's been here so long that he has been adopted by the city. Okay, I love Future and I love his music, and I love the fact that
I actually think Future is from Atlanta. You thinking about Jeezy or what's his face?
Gucci Mane.
Gucci. You thinking about Gucci? Gucci not from here.
Okay,
or from Atlanta.
Well, the great Future's at 4.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, he definitely represents Atlanta. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, I think he is from Atlanta.
Number 3, man, you got to Trap or Die, and you're saying he's not from Atlanta? Man, he's from Macon, but that's right down the street from Atlanta, and he's been in Atlanta the majority of his life, man.
But Macon's is spelled Macon. It's not spelled ATLANTA. He's not from Atlanta. But that's fine. I said that earlier. That's fine. That's fine.
Jeezy's been in Atlanta longer than Future, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Yeah, I mean, Jeezy, he must have been he might have been in Atlanta since he was a teenager. Number 2, Number 2, man, the great T.I. You got to give T.I. very, very much praise in the city of the ATL because he is one of the kings of the city.
Hey, I like your number 2.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man. Wow, that's the Taliban.
Activist. One of the things I love about T.I., he was like, hey man, I'm one of the guys that will lead the march on Friday morning, go home and spend time with my wife and my family, come back out, take your girl from you and go home with her. I mean, T.I. is great, man. T.I. is great.
Yeah, I love T.I.
Last but not least, man, 3 Stacks. The great Andre 3000.
We have some similarity. There's no one in the world that wouldn't put Andre 3000, 3 Stacks on the top of a greatest Atlanta rapper list. There's nobody that wouldn't do that.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. And the reason why he's at my number 1 is because I think he can go to New York and be one of the best rappers if he was in New York also.
Now,
Andre 3000's spit game is ridiculous. And if you just listen to what he's saying, he's preaching, he's teaching, he's uplifting. I mean, he's gutter, he's different, he's eclectic. Dre 3000 gets my number 1 spot for
that's a good word, eclectic. I think if I had to put 3 Stacks on my all-time list, skills-wise,
he's a top 10 easy. He's a top 10 easy.
Maybe not top 10, but definitely top 15. Definitely top 15.
Let me mention these honorable mentions, man. Because of his movie game and his rap game, Luda. My favorite rapper of all times, even though he wasn't in my top 5 of Atlanta, is
Wait a minute,
Gucci Mane.
I just thought about something. You didn't have Luda in your top 5?
I did not have Luda in my top 5. I did not have Luda in my top 5.
What?
Yeah, it's tough.
I think you opened the door for me. I think you opened the door for me not putting Luda in your top 5. Luda can spit.
Honorable mention, Luda, Gucci Mane, Lil Jon, because he's crunk, and we used to be sponsored by Crunk Juice, and Crunk Juice has put a lot of money in my pocket. So honorable mention for Lil Jon. And the last 2 honorable mention, man, is Titty Boy, a.k.a. 2 Chainz. And lastly, the great Soulja Boy Tell 'em. If you don't respect what Soulja Boy has done in the world of of social media and building a dynasty, you don't, I mean.
No, I understand, but he's not a good rapper. Really, the context of this is how much skills you got, how lyrically good you are. I'm not putting Soulja Boy in anything with that.
He was an honorable mention. He didn't make the list. He was an honorable mention because I respect his hustle.
So before I pull up my list, love Future, but I really feel like Future is personally responsible for all of these rappers that have the same style. Every song on the radio sounds like Future did when he first came out. Do you understand the influence? Right. I feel like it's that ninja fault that we got all of these artists out there sounding just like that.
Yeah, it's working though. It's working.
Yeah. All right, so
it's working for man.
Tree, pull up my top 5. Bing! Coming in at number 5. Okay. So I just want y'all to know Ryan's controlling the studio audience with a button. Coming in at number 5 is Gucci Mane.
It's a real studio audience, man.
Coming in at number 5 is the great Gucci Mane. Now, I know a lot of people think Gucci is like some type of character or whatever. Gucci Mane got a lot of complex rhymes. You wouldn't think so, but Gucci makes great riding music, man. And he's a phenomenon.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Go ahead.
It's quick. I used to get my hair cut over there where Gucci Mane's barber was. Shouts out to Harold over there behind what's the little area off of right across from Clark where the pizza spot used to be at. Anyway, I was in the barbershop and this guy walks in the barbershop. He's on the phone, and when the chair turns me to the left, I look, and the guy that's standing in the doorway can't be seen because he's got on so much jewelry. When I tell you, he had on about $5 million of gold, of platinum diamond chains, big studs in his ear. I mean, his wrist had a band of diamonds around it like this. And this is 20 plus years ago before guys was wearing diamonds. His other wrist had a watch on it that was like this, right? I didn't know who the guy was. The guy walks in, and when he walks in, I'm like, clearly somebody with security is going to walk right behind him. Some security guard, some undercover cop. So he's got that. He was down in Cabbage Town with $2 million worth of jewelry on. So he comes in, looks at Harold and goes, "How many you got, Harold?" He said, "Hey, man, whenever you come in here, you next up." Nah, I'm not going to do him like that. I'll come back in about 15, 20 minutes, right? He walks out, and I look at Harold, I go, "Hey, man, who's that?" He said, "You don't know who that is?" I said, "No." He said, "Man, he just got out of jail. One of the best rappers on these streets." That's Gucci Mane.
The Gucci Mane.
I said, Gucci.
I got a Gucci story too.
Finish your top 5 before we go into the break, man.
Okay, all right. So coming in at number 5 is, if we can get it back up.
You don't know your top 5 by heart?
Coming in at number 5 is the great Gucci Mane. Coming in at number 4, CeeLo Goody. Remember we talked about the great voice that Ja Rule had?
Yes.
CeeLo Goody may have the second best voice in hip hop. Coming in at number 4 is CeeLo Goody. Number 3 is Luda. How do you not put Luda on your top? The man just made it. The man just made it. And got his own Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
And he can flow. Coming in at number 2 is T.I., just like you had it. And Andre 3 Stacks comes in at number 1. We will have these polls up after the show tonight. I think I'm going to sneak and get you again.
The reason why I'm going to win is because you didn't know your top 5 off the top of your head. I knew mine.
No, I have it right here. What do you mean?
Well, you didn't know it a second ago.
Okay, hey, man, she's raising the music. We gotta go.
The great Arlywood Michelle will be in the building. Arlie Michelle, aka Arlywood, will be up next with the Entertainment Report. Y'all keep it locked. It's the Two Live Studios Experience with your boys Doug and Ryan Stewart.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie. But the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't gonna be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Now we are back with the lovely Arlie Michelle, a.k.a. Welcome to Arlywood on social media platforms. The great Arlie, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews experience.
Hey, y'all.
The great Treat Taylor is producing the show today. Hey, Arlie, how are you?
Hey. Happy Thursday. It's Friday Junior.
Happy Thursday, Arlie.
Friday Junior. I like that.
Shout
I like
out
that.
to Southern Edge.
Shout out to Southern Edge. Which one are you enjoying today, Arlie?
I am enjoying a little sweet tea. I can never turn it right. Sweet tea vodka.
That's right.
And I told Loose Neck I put some juice in it so that I wouldn't be on here slurring my words. Because y'all ain't
do you
know
why they call him Loose Neck? And we're not going to steal your segment this week. Do you know why they call him Loose Neck?
No. But tell me fast. You got 10 seconds.
No, we're guessing. I think it has something to do with the band.
Okay. Before you get into your report, we got to talk about this. You always have these little small hats that's too small for your head on your head. Can you explain those?
I got a big head?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the hats are always small. That's all.
They are. So let me tell you what happened. So the first time I was on the show, I wore a hat, and my mama was, and I meant to print a picture of my mama. I love my mama. Shout out to Margaret and Dr. Margaret Wilson. What's up,
Miss Margaret?
Hey, doctor.
She's not feeling that well today. So y'all, all the Stewies wish her some good feel goods. But she was like, I loved your little hat. That was so cute. So you're going to have to wear a hat every week. I was like, mama. So then she goes to the store and she's like buying all these little hats and things to try to make me a little hat. So today, this one is in honor of Beyonce's album, the country album coming out.
Okay.
Little cowgirl hat.
Okay, so is that a Louisiana thing, or like I've never seen anybody wear a little tiny
hat? Well,
baby
they were
hats.
fascinators, and then we were fascinated, and like the royal people, and then don't ask me how I got to a little hat. It's not a Louisiana.
Gotcha. Hey, it's fine. You like it? I love it.
So Doug, we're not hijacking the segment today. We're not.
I would like to say I pulled out my phone, and what I'm going to do is get a timer going, because what y'all are not going to do is have me lose my job. I don't want to lose my job.
You good right now?
My job. Okay,
you know we're in the vicinity of losing your job. You're doing great.
Good. Tell all the people.
Exactly.
Love me. Wasn't that what a girl said in the movie? Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball.
She said that. Love me.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay,
well, let's get into the report.
Let's get into it. So first up, I don't know. I think we're gonna do my interview. Y'all saw my interview?
Yes.
We did.
Yes. I had so much fun at the opportunity to interview. I got to meet Ben Crump, and I got to interview Anthony Hamilton. Now, Tree Taylor, let me know if I'm out of order, because I don't have the run of show up. Let me go, because I feel like I'm about to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Two Live Stews experience. I'm your girl, Arlie Michelle, and this is the Arlywood Report. We are blessed and honored to have Mr. Anthony Hamilton here today. Give it up.
You probably put sugar in your grits, huh?
I will. Okay. Sometimes.
And it's a wrap.
I'm from the country. I'm from Mississippi, and we do
It's
do
a wrap.
that.
It's a wrap. I don't want to talk to you
can't
no
put
more.
sugar and grits.
No.
I think sugar and grits.
sugar in
Nobody else
Kool-
put sugar and grits.
You put sugar in Kool-Aid.
No.
Oh God, the people.
Say it again.
The people are so
Thank you, praise the
difficult.
Lord. You said the Lord talk.
Anyway, I don't do it all the time. Just sometimes. My great grandma.
So you go to the Waffle House and get your grits and your waffle and all that stuff, and you know, first thing you want to do is ask
doctor
for the sugar
them. No, I just kind of have to doctor them up a little bit. And sometimes sugar.
She's doctoring it up right now.
So this is the question. Ryan was that boo. I think was that you, Ryan, that booed me that loud? Was that you?
I yelled no.
It's terrible. Where's the support? So
we lightly talked about this last show. I don't know if y'all remember. Okay. Arlie.
What?
We from the South. You from the deep South. We don't put sugar on grits.
I am a grit, a girl raised in the South. I'm a grit. So I'm not understanding the problem here.
I never thought
nobody else put sugar on grits for real.
And
you're
rice
with everything.
And you're saying you're actually from Mississippi, not New Orleans or Louisiana. I'm sorry.
Actually from Bay Springs, Mississippi. Shout out to Bay Springs. And yes, I put sugar on grits. Are we having like an AA meeting right now?
If you put a gun to my head, I would say 100% of people from Mississippi put salt and butter on their grits, not sugar. Sugar's for cream of wheat.
And
we don't eat that down south. We don't eat cream of wheat down south. It's a New York, Detroit thing.
Y'all, you cannot tell me that I am from the southern state of Mississippi. Now, we in the South. It's at the bottom. It's not as bottom as Louisiana. Right. Y'all don't put sugar on grits.
No.
Don't
bless your heart.
Don't read the emails. Don't read the emails.
Y'all should try it. Y'all try grit with sugar and butter and tell me what you think.
I almost feel like we need to take your country card from you. We need to take your country card from you for a couple of days.
My city has 2 stoplights, and I am countrier than anybody. I bet Moco ain't as country as Bay Springs.
You said how many lights y'all got?
I guarantee.
How many lights y'all got?
2.
Yeah, we got more than 2. We got more than 2 in Moco.
Now we had like 4 when we were growing up down there.
Yeah.
But now that we're older, we got a Chick-fil-A now.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have awards. We have awards. Y'all know what awards is?
I remember awards, but they closed down. I thought many years ago.
It's a department store, right?
Right. Yeah.
No, ours is a food chain. It's
okay.
It's like Hardee's.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of something different then.
Anyway, moving on. Next up, there's a portion of a conversation with the just amazing Anthony Hamilton. He's such a cool person. I worked with him in production once before. He's so doggone cool. So y'all stay, hold on. Everybody hold on. Or maybe not.
I am pro-Black. I am pro everything that's us. I'm pro, my people.
Your people.
Yeah, I'm pro my people. And if I have to activate and activist and all that, I will. I'm a father of 6. I have 6 boys.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I have 6, I have
boys?
3 men and 3 boys. 11. My twins are, he'll be 12. And my twins will be 14 this year. And then I have a 27, 33, and 35-year-old. They're grown, but
okay. You're trying to do your job to populate the rest of the.
I'm trying to raise kings, and
Well, that's beautiful. And they have to see you doing good things and good work, so that makes them want to also do good things and good work.
Well, even before that, it goes back to just seeing, how we've been treated so long, and being aware of that. I want them to be aware. Even though now, when I lived where I lived in the hood, but now they live a little better.
A little better.
So I had no idea that Anthony Hamilton was an activist. So I learned a couple of things about him, and I thought that was super cool.
You know what I learned?
What?
And I don't want to cut you off. I learned that he has had a kid every time he's had sex as an adult.
Wait a minute. Did he say he's got a 35-year-old child?
He's got 6 kids, and the oldest is 35.
Is that man 70?
Dude. He probably started when he was 12.
I mean, he from Charlotte. I don't know. Who are you talking to?
35 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? My oldest just turned 30.
Right.
This past
Well,
year.
maybe he had a baby like at 15.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah, it's possible.
But it was a joy to just chat with him. He was funny. He talked about, if I asked him if he wanted to be anything else, and what if he had to do another job, and he said he'd be a barber because he does have he was a barber before, and he'd be a singing barber. So I thought that was funny. I could imagine going into his barbershop. He has like a line of food. So I encourage all the Stewies, please go out and watch the actual full interview on YouTube. It's out there. It was a joy to talk to him. And I'm sure Ryan's is out there too with the great Ben Crump, who is also the Buzz, and he had his purple tie on. I love it. But Anthony Hamilton is cool people. I've seen him in concert a couple of times, and just amazing. He broke out in songs. So y'all check out the video.
Hey man, don't you hate that when them singing dudes that sing for a living, when they start singing trying to impress ladies? Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
I mean,
listen,
there was 3 or 4 times where we just sitting there talking, sipping on some Southern Edge, and Arlie walks by. This ninja starts singing.
Y'all should have had me there. I would have battled him if y'all had me there.
I asked you to send we needed you to send you like singing. I was ready to tell him our other, co-host believes that he is the next.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these people in the chat group can remember when I was doing a show by myself for a couple of years. I used to break out in song all the time. And
I believe you could do it. I think you should have been a part of his Hamilton. That would be so cool.
Absolutely.
Hey, Doug, you know what Arlie's about to talk about?
What?
Blanky.
You know who that is right there?
Yeah, that's the king of pop, man, and Blanket.
Okay, I'm starting the timer, so y'all won't get me in trouble. It's gonna beep real. It might not beep because of whatever. Anyway, there are a couple of stories that I wanted to talk to you all the Stewies about today. So, okay, in the legal space, Michael Jackson has an amazing just catalog of music, and so Sony is trying for and this is alleged that because they don't know exactly what the unnamed lawsuit is, but some years ago, Sony is trying to purchase, allegedly Sony, it's a battle with Sony, but we think it's about the catalog. $600 million they want to pay for parts of Michael Jackson's catalog. Families battling. Catherine's like, y'all don't get my baby stuff. I don't know if they're trying to get more money or if it's just they don't want to sell it and they want to hold on to it. Well, they lost, and they gave the executors of the estate, the 2 men who are co-executors of the Michael Jackson estate, they gave them permission to move forward with whatever this big thing is with Sony. Well, Catherine Jackson's like, no, I don't want to do it. Blanket, whose name is BG or Biggie, we're going to call him Biggie. Biggie, can't you see?
Can you see? Somehow. Anyway, Blanket looked like he got a little bit of a brother in him.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out that his kids. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael don't look like Michael, and that nose, it was a black man nose.
That's a black man
Michael
nose.
Jackson nostrils, as Beyonce. I got hot sauce in my bag.
Michael changed his nose a few times, so he's probably got Michael's old nose.
No, he doesn't have. Michael's old nose was from here to here. From cheek.
Yeah. Michael Jackson had a KRS-One on him when he first came out.
Welcome.
Yeah, KRS-One on him. Yeah.
As my mom sister used to call this dude, try to talk to her, and she called it a Hoover. Because it looked like a vacuum cleaner was wide.
Right.
That was so funny. Anywho, so he's battling. So what he filed on Monday was that I don't think my grandmother should be able to use the estate's funds, and she's asking for about $561,000 to pay her attorneys to continue the battle and to appeal this decision. I just want to know if y'all think Blanket is wrong, because the truth is, the more money she spends out of the estate, the less money they get, as to live off of, which it's ridiculous. So I'm not sure why they're tripping, but they are. And so they don't feel like the appeal, meaning we went to court, they told you hell no, and then now we going to a higher court to say, oh, please let us have it and change it and see if they made a mistake at the lower court. What y'all? That means I think I'm 17 seconds.
I'm kind of torn. On this because I really have questions about is that kid really Michael Jackson's in the first place?
That's the first thing.
Well,
and that's and it's none of my business, to be honest with you.
Right.
But
I was about to say that when Michael left here, prior to Michael leaving, he told us that was his kid.
What if Catherine and all of the rest of the boys Janet, Reby. What if they don't believe that child is Michael's? You know, it's you know, families got secrets, man. Families got secrets, and they probably think if they don't want, you know, him to get his hands on this money, they probably think that this dude is shamming. He not shamming, but
it's not him getting the money, Doug. He doesn't want his grandmother to get the money.
Yeah,
she gets like a 7-figure salary every year, like a 7-figure. Just here, this what you live off, grandmama, from the estate itself. He's trying to say, I don't want my grandmother to use the estate funds to pay legal bills. So I'm trying to see, is he wrong for suing his grandma?
He's being a good steward of the money. Yeah, I mean, he's being a good steward of the money. Honestly, he's trying to save money. We shouldn't be spending money on these lawyers because you want more money than you. I get it, man. And she's old. Old people don't make good sense sometimes.
But the point still is made that they don't feel like he should be telling them how to spend the money because he ain't even our family.
That could be.
That's what they might be saying. That's my point.
That man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. You're right.
Yeah, we got to go. We got to go to break real quick. Arlie, thank you so much. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Arlie.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Hey, we're gonna talk about Otani. Otani.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you, once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
Your mic is off, sir.
Like I said, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews is back in the building. Very happy to be here with you guys on the Two Live Stews experience on this beautiful, beautiful day, which I'm not supposed to be saying. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the great Arlie Michelle just got done with her report, man. The folks love Arlie's energy, man. The folks love Arlie's energy.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Absolutely great. So
Yeah. Whatever. Go ahead, man.
You gotta stop it. You gotta stop it.
No, that's not me. Someone else was hitting it. But go ahead. Let's go. Go ahead. What were you saying, Doug?
Good evening. Y'all have done a great job. Okay, I just want to say that. I don't want to. We just have to turn the loop off. But y'all have done a great job. Thank you so much. It's been stellar.
So top 5 Atlanta rappers. Okay. Ryan's list: Killer Mike number 5, Future number 4, Jeezy number 3, T.I. number 2, and 3 Stacks number 1. Mine.
I do feel some kind of way about not having Luda in there, but I'm fine with my list. I'm fine with it.
That's what prompted this whole thing, this whole conversation.
So
you can't change it though. You can't change it.
Killer Mike's Grammy is bigger than the Star, if you ask me. That's why he bumped out Luda, because he just got not just 1 Grammy, he got like 3 Grammys.
We'll see what the people say. I mean, I think you might have lost this thing with that. The reason we have this conversation is because the man just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And you put in Killer Mike, Killer Mike really is like, I love Killer Mike.
He just got 3 Grammys, man.
Okay, man, we'll see what the people got to say. My list is number 5, Gucci Mane. Number 4, CeeLo Goody, one of the sweetest voices in music. Did you know CeeLo can sing? Not just rap. Like he sells out concerts for singing now.
Real quick, man, he's only put out a few albums singing.
Yeah.
Okay? Not rapping, but singing.
3 is Luda, number 2 T.I., and number 1 is Andre 3000.
And that's why I'm gonna beat you right there, because you don't even have your top 5 memorized. Your top 5 is so off the cuff that you don't even know it by heart.
We'll see what the people got to say about that. All right, so we got to talk about this Shohei Otani story, man. ESPN reports that at least $4.5 million in wire transfers were sent from Otani's bank account to a California bookmaker who is under federal investigation.
Illegal bookmaker, not just the California bookmakers, because there's places where you can gamble in Cali where it's legal. This guy was using an illegal bookmaker.
Now, so we're going to kind of summarize this because I think most people are familiar with the story. His interpreter, okay, that he's had ever since he's been in the major leagues. By the way, for people that don't know Shohei Otani, this guy is probably the greatest baseball player that ever played.
He plays on both sides of the plate. He pitches and he hits. He can play it in the field. And he just signed a contract this past summer for over $700 million.
Yes. So imagine if you don't follow baseball real tight, and I don't follow baseball as tight as I used to when we were doing the show every day. Just imagine if you're talking football and this guy's skill set is, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes on offense, and on defense he's Deion Sanders.
Agreed.
Like one person does this. One person throws for 50 touchdowns in a year, okay? Right. And at the same time, intercepts 25 passes.
He's 20 interceptions.
That's how good this guy is. So basically,
the guy, his interpreter, his name is Ipei Mizuhara.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and they're longtime friends. He's been his interpreter ever since Shohei got here. And this guy is apparently sticking his hand in the cookie jar. Finish the story, man, and I'll give you my opinion.
Allegedly. So basically, they found out about this. He interviewed, and he said, that this money has ended up missing. He claimed to ESPN that he never bet on baseball. Missouri, and that's Otani. The interpreter says originally offered a different explanation in an interview with ESPN, claiming that he had asked Otani to cover his gambling debts, which reported once again around $4.5 million. So basically, they can't get their story straight, and it looks like a lot of people are insinuating that they're trying to cover up for Shohei Otani because he can't gamble on baseball. Okay,
you forgot it. You forgot an important part.
Okay, go ahead.
The interpreter makes $300,000 to $500,000 annually.
Right.
So he's getting paid too. He's probably a millionaire himself. However, he don't have 4.5 to cover that. Okay.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and finish, man. You're doing good. Go ahead and finish.
So the point is, at the end of the day, we're going to. It sounds like somebody lying.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're trying to cover up for Shohei Otani because he's that dude.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Pete Rose allegedly gambled on baseball. He says he never gambled on baseball. He always gambled on other stuff or whatever. Man, they still won't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
Shohei Otani is so great of a player, they're trying to make an excuse for him, it sounds to me, so that he won't be banned from baseball forever.
So look, man.
That's the nutshell of it.
The feds, the DEA, the FBI, whoever takes a deep dive into this gambling thing, and oh, wait a minute. We've got money going to this illegal bookie from none other than the Dodgers, Shohei Otani. Wait a minute. When we investigate, the first thing they say is, no, it's not me. It's him. It's this guy right here.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
It's my interpreter that's doing the gambling. And the feds say, well, you know what? If that's the case, no problem at all. Send him on down here so we can talk to him.
Right.
And when he gets there, he flips the story.
Right.
And basically lies, saying that he asked him to cover it. And then later on said, well, no, my friend was going to pay for me to take care of it.
Yeah.
And then that's when they said, wait a minute, you're lying.
Right.
Look, man, everyone and their mama know who doing the gambling, okay?
Right.
Allegedly, this is alleged, but you know and I know that this man is guilty of sin.
Now listen, we don't know 100%, but I'm going to tell you something.
Look, man.
It sounds like they lying. It sounds like they lying. And it's funny, you know what this reminds me of? And you know where I'm going with this.
I do know.
Go ahead.
This is Mike Vick situation, man. Being handled like a. This is the star can't. The money man can't go down ever. If the money man goes down, we don't get any money. If the money man goes down, everybody's got to get real jobs. If the money man goes down, we can't stay in this house. Okay, so Shohei Otani's people did what they were supposed to do, and they protected the money. Michael Vick and them ninjas he was hanging out with, man, please.
Listen, and you're exactly right. They learned from the mistakes of one MD7. This is the exact scenario. And at the time, we were talking about it. But it seems like that they look back at what that situation was with Vic, and they realize this guy is the money guy. If this guy goes to jail, or if this guy's kicked out of baseball, or whatever the case may be, kicked out of baseball, all our money stops.
Amen.
Mike Vick and his cousins and his brother, Marcus and all of them, nobody in the room said, hey, man, somebody got to eat this charge.
Listen,
nobody said that.
Listen, man. 6 of them dudes was in one of Vic's trucks when they got stopped. Okay? And they said, no, sir, it ain't us, but we're going back to Mike's house. Y'all should follow us. Okay? When the fans get to Vic's house,
you're exactly right.
When the fans get to Vic's house, because the people in Vic's car told him to follow them to Vic's house, they ring the doorbell and Mike answers the door, right? And they're like, hey, man, we're about to arrest you for dog fighting. He looked around the house where there were 20 other niggas, right? 20 of them, okay? He looked around the house like this. Everybody's like, no, not me. Nobody said, wait a minute, man. Somebody got to take this charge. Hey, it was me. I did.
But here's the thing. I don't think it was a surprise bust or anything like that. I think they had time to sit around drinking some coffee and say, yo, Marcus, you're not going to make it in the NFL. I need you to eat these 3 years. No. I'm going to put money on your books. I'm going to take care of your family, your kids, make sure everything is good. They never came to their right mind and figured that out. Otani and his people, they're good. This interpreter guy is going to jail.
When Vic looked at Marcus said, man, you know you did that shit. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You know you did that.
Hey, I want to ask you a question, man. I'm going to ask you a question. What did Vic do? And you're listening and watching the Two Live Stews experience. Did he do 3 years or 2 years?
Right around 2 and some change, man. I'll tell you in 2 seconds, man.
If I was the money man, and we're talking 20 years ago, you didn't have a family, you didn't have kids to go home to, okay? If I was the money man, I was bringing in $20 million a year, and the same scenario, would you have taken that time for me?
No question, man.
Would you have done that time to me?
Vic got 23 months in jail, man.
Hey, man, I'd do 3 years standing on my head to protect your money. If your money is providing for me to live, I'd do it standing on my head.
I'll do that 23 months with my eyes closed, man. I'll do that 23 months standing on one leg, man.
Hey, listen. First of all, Otani.
You can't go down, man.
You
weren't funding everything, if you funding the toothbrush I use, the sneakers I wear, the trips I take, the room I sleep in, the coffee I drink in the morning, if you funding the weed we smoke every month, if you funding the alcohol, if you funding all of it, you can't go nowhere, man.
Hey, I don't even remember this when this whole Vic thing was going down. Marcus even got the same initials as Mike Vick. So all of the mail that came to the house could have been Marcus's. It's Marcus's. MV. His initials are MV as well.
Yeah, man.
But they never figured that out. No one ever stepped up like Rebate did on The Wire and said, I'll do the time. I'll claim all the bodies.
Hey, when the feds rang the bell at Shohei's house, as soon as they saw it was the feds, they was like, hey, we're about to take you to jail for gambling. The 15 people in his house all dropped to their knees and started praying, and all stood up and said, it was me.
It was me.
It was me. All 15 of them.
Right.
It was me.
Not only did they understand this very quickly, much faster than Vic and his boys did, but baseball is not going to let this guy go down.
Nope.
Because he's too big to the game.
He's the face.
If Shohei Otani was white, he'd be bigger than any other baseball player in the history of the world.
He'd be bigger than any athlete in the world.
Do you remember when in the mid-'80s I used to collect baseball cards? And you're watching the Two Live Students Experience. I used to collect baseball cards, all the trading cards. I still got them all.
I used to sell them, but I'll tell you about that later. Go ahead. Tell your story.
This is a quick little story. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of very valuable trading cards, not just baseball, but football, basketball, all of that stuff. I collected them for years. There was a guy that had a card shop in our hometown of Moco. I used to go in there like a couple times a week. One day he started telling me how baseball, he kept it real. This is a white guy. He was like, I'm going to be honest with you. Baseball cards of white players on an equal scale are going to be worth more than baseball cards from black players with the same skill set or whatever the case may be. It's just because people that buy baseball cards are usually white and they want their heroes to be white. If Shohei Otani was white, he would be 1,000 times bigger than he is right now.
Who was this guy to you that told you this story?
The guy that owned the card shop that sold me the cards in Moco.
So he was just keeping it real with you.
He was just keeping it real with me. And I don't even remember how we got in the conversation, but I remember this conversation very vividly and I never forgot it. The point is, go ahead.
So you slapped the taste out of his mouth, right?
No. The point I'm trying to make is this guy, what he does is so unusual, so unheard of. He would be 1,000 times bigger star if he was from this country and Caucasian.
Babe Ruth pitched and hit well too. Okay, so there's a handful of guys that have done it, but not like this.
That's a perfect example.
Right.
Babe Ruth is still legendary till this day. He's been dead 100 years. They still talk about Babe Ruth like he's still out there playing right now.
Good for you, see what I'm saying? That's a point for you. That's a point for you.
Baseball fans or true baseball purists would still talk about Babe Ruth in the same sentence with Barry Bonds and Hank Aaron when these guys have surpassed him in a lot of ways, but it doesn't matter. They talk about Babe Ruth like he's freaking, I don't know, John Henry. Shohei
Otani is truly a leprechaun. He's truly a unicorn. He's never been seen before.
Unicorn, right.
And they're going to protect him. He will not go down for this. And think about this too. One of the reasons why Major League Baseball is so excited about having him being the star or being the face is because that allows them to get that scale their business internationally.
Right.
They're going to tap into another nation, other countries that will see their guy representing baseball.
Right.
They're going to make more money for that. So he is not going to get in no trouble. As a matter of fact, the commissioner of Major League Baseball is the person that probably said, no, it wasn't Shohei who did it. It was his interpreter. I guarantee the setup is real.
And I'm going to end it with this, and we can get out of here. This is going to go away. I believe, let me back up. I believe, and it's just my opinion, I may be 100% wrong. I believe that they all lying and he been gambling.
No question.
The heart of my hearts, because they can't get the story straight. They've changed their story 3-4 times. Okay,
man.
The second thing, baseball is not going to let him go down. He's going to be fine.
The guy is a young 20-year-old that is worth over $1 billion already, man. You're damn right he was gambling. I mean, him and his buddy, the only two that speak the language that they speak in the entire city that they're living in, all they got is each other, man. And they having fun doing what guys that are billionaires do. And they're young. Yeah. So I hope they wouldn't betting on baseball, because if they do, Pete Rose has got a case. But right. I guarantee they were betting, and I guarantee it was Shohei. No question at all.
Right. And guess what? That's going to put them in the most hypocritical light ever.
They don't care.
Man, these cats will not let Pete Rose get in the Hall of Fame. For 40-something years, they're keeping Pete Rose out. But they're going to find a way to not try to suspend him, or he's found guilty of these accusations.
Mookie Betts plays for the Dodgers, right?
Yes, absolutely.
If this was Mookie, he would have already been suspended indefinitely.
Absolutely.
He would have already been suspended indefinitely. Okay?
Yeah.
We got to thank everybody that was a part of the show today, man. I mean, you in Texas, I'm surprised you want to get off. You know, you it's early where you are, you know. Anyway, the great Arlywood.
Yeah, hour behind.
Good job, Arlywood. You did good. The wonderful Tree Taylor, thank you very much, Tree. Outstanding job. Thank you very much. Everybody in the chat room, man, they get a round of applause as well, you know. And you, Doug, thank you, man. You did a great job tonight. Yeah. Really appreciate it, man. Had fun. Man.
You know what? We know something else we used to do. I just remember we used to grade each other at the end of the show.
Right. Well,
I give you an A. I give you an A.
Wow.
I give you an A.
Listen, man. I appreciate that. You said the same thing 3 times a few times. You tried to put out 2 jokes that really weren't funny. You came to the mic check a little bit late, like I think you were sleeping or something, man. But A plus, man.
Well, thank you.
A plus, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Good job today, man.
Yes.
Good job, man. Y'all make sure and follow the good folks at Southern Edge. Southern Edge. The website is southernedgebeverageco.com. Follow them on all social media platforms, because when we do these events and these live podcasts and these tastings, the way you get invited is going to be through social media. So follow Southern Edge. Until next Monday, y'all, we holler at you. We appreciate you. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's trying to do, is show you a little bit of love.